You thought school taught you everything about Earth? Think again. Forget those dusty textbooks. Our planet is a wild, unpredictable place, where Everest is not the tallest mountain. Rivers flow backward, and deserts have ice. We're talking borders that defy belief, landscapes that break all the rules, and secrets hidden in plain sight. Get ready for 25 mind-bending geography facts that will leave you speechless. Fact 1. Mount Chimborazo sticks farther into space. Mount Everest may be the tallest mountain from sea level, but Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador is the farthest point from Earth's center. This is because the Earth bulges at the equator, making Chimborazo's summit sticks 2,000 meters farther into space than Everest. Fact 2. A river that flows backwards. The Chicago River doesn't flow into Lake Michigan, it flows away from it. In the early 1900s, engineers reversed the river to divert sewage from the city's water supply. It was one of the largest civil engineering feats of its time. Fact 3. The ocean has an underwater waterfall. Between Greenland and Iceland lies the Denmark Strait Cataract, the world's largest waterfall. But here's the twist. It's underwater. Cold, dense water plunges 3,500 meters down beneath warmer water, creating a hidden, liquid cascade that dwarfs any waterfall on land. Fact 4. The Amazon creates its own rain. The Amazon rainforest is so vast, it influences its own weather. Through a process called evapotranspiration, its trees release huge amounts of water vapor into the air, recycling moisture and generating up to 80% of its own rainfall. It's a living, breathing rain machine. Fact 5. Antarctica has the largest desert. When you think desert, you probably picture sand and heat. But deserts are defined by lack of precipitation. Antarctica, the coldest place on Earth, is actually the largest desert. It receives less than 200 millimeters of precipitation a year, making it a 14 million square kilometer polar desert. Fact 6. The roof of the world in La Rinconada. La Rinconada, Peru, is the highest permanent settlement on Earth, perched at over 5,100 meters, or 16,700 feet above sea level. People live and work here in extreme cold and thin air, mostly mining gold in hazardous conditions. It's truly like living on the roof of the world. Fact 7. You can walk between continents in Iceland. In Iceland's Ringvellir National Park, you can walk between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates. The plates are pulling apart a few centimeters each year, creating dramatic fissures you can hike or even scuba dive through. Fact 8. Lake Victoria is a lightning hotspot. Lake Victoria, in East Africa, is one of the most lightning-prone places on Earth. It's warm, and its moist air fuels a show of near-daily thunderstorms. It's not the lightning capital, that's Venezuela's Lake Maracaibo, but Victoria is still a top contender for nature's most electrifying light show. Fact 9. There's a desert in Europe. Yes, Europe has a true desert. Spain's Tabernas Desert is a remarkably arid landscape in southeastern Spain, receiving less than 200 millimeters of rain a year. This unique geographical anomaly creates a stunning, barren environment, unlike anything else on the continent. Fact 10. The only place with 4 seasons in one day. Melbourne, Australia, is famous for its wild weather. You can start the day in sunshine, be caught in freezing wind by lunch, and end in a warm evening breeze. Locals say if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. Fact 11. Nepal has no Independence Day. Unlike most nations, Nepal has never been colonized. It was never ruled by the British or any foreign power, so it doesn't celebrate an Independence Day. Never needed one. Fact 12. There's an entire town in a cave. Matera in Italy has been continuously inhabited for over 9,000 years. Its cave dwellings, called sassi, were carved into the rock and used as homes, churches, and even restaurants. It's like stepping into a prehistoric time capsule. Fact 13. There's a lake with jellyfish you can swim with. On the island of Ayal Malk, in Palau, there's a saltwater lake filled with millions of jellyfish. What? Don't worry, they've evolved without stingers. You can swim among them safely in one of the most surreal experiences on the planet. Fact 14. The Dead Sea is the Earth's lowest land point. At about 430 meters below sea level, the Dead Sea is the lowest exposed land on Earth. And with water so salty, you float without effort. It's not just low, it's otherworldly. Fact 15. A country that jumps time zones. Russia is so incredibly vast, it stretches across nearly half the globe, covering an astonishing 11 time zones. To put that into perspective, you could be watching the sunrise over the Pacific Ocean on one side, while people on the other are already well into their afternoon in Europe. Traveling across the country by train, for example, on the Trans-Siberian Railway, means you'd be constantly adjusting your watch, sometimes multiple times in a single day. It's an exhausting experience that truly feels like jet lag on rails, a constant battle against your internal clock as the sun rises and sets at entirely different local times along your journey. Fact 16. Kaliningrad, Russia's European enclave. Kaliningrad is a piece of Russia, but not connected to Russia. It's an exclave tucked between Poland and Lithuania on the Baltic Sea, a strategic cold war leftover that still plays a big role in today's geopolitics. Fact 17. Bolivia has a navy but no coast. Even though Bolivia lost its coastline over a century ago, it still maintains a navy. Sailors train on Lake Titicaca, the world's highest navigable lake, keeping alive Bolivia's hope of one day regaining access to the ocean. Fact 18. The Amazon River used to flow the other way. Millions of years ago, the Amazon River flowed west into the Pacific, but when the Andes Mountains rose, they blocked its path, forcing the river to reverse course and flow east into the Atlantic. It's one of Earth's greatest geological plot twists. Fact 19. The deepest lake is older than dinosaurs. Lake Baikal in Siberia is the deepest lake in the world, reaching 1,642 meters. But it's also one of the oldest, around 25 to 30 million years old. It holds 20% of the world's unfrozen fresh water and is home to species found nowhere else. Fact 20. The only city on 2 continents. Istanbul in Turkey is the only major city that sits on 2 continents, split by the Bosphorus Strait. One side belongs to Europe while the other belongs to Asia. It's a cultural and geographic bridge like no other. Fact 21. The Dead Sea is sinking. But here's the twist. The Dead Sea is shrinking. It's losing over a meter of water each year, and as it recedes, it leaves behind dangerous sinkholes and salt flats, a disappearing wonder of the natural world. Fact 22. The Dry Valleys of Antarctica. Tucked away in Antarctica are the McMurdo Dry Valleys, one of the driest places on Earth. This ice-free region hasn't seen rain or snow in about 2 million years. The winds are so strong, they evaporate all moisture. NASA even tests Mars rovers here. Fact 23. The longest coastline belongs to Canada. Surprisingly, Canada has the longest coastline in the world, over 243,000 kilometers long. That's more than the coastlines of Russia, the US, and Australia combined. This surprising fact is thanks to its thousands of islands, fjords, and jagged shorelines. Fact 24. The only active volcano in mainland Europe. Mount Vesuvius in Italy is the only active volcano on mainland Europe. It famously destroyed Pompeii in 79 AD, and it still looms over the modern city of Naples, which sits dangerously close. Fact 25. A river in Mexico disappears into the earth. In Oaxaca, Mexico, the Atoaque River mysteriously disappears underground in some areas during the dry season. It flows through porous limestone terrain and travels beneath the surface for kilometers before re-emerging. This is a stunning example of karst hydrology at work. And there you have it. 25 facts that prove geography is way more mind-blowing than any school book ever taught you. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and join MapMind Nation for more jaw-dropping geography. See you in the next video.